Thank you for joining us. I am Alatishe Victoria, and here with me is my interpreter, Gideon Israel. This is the Inclusive News Network. We'll be bringing the latest news on the major stories of persons with disabilities, necessary information and happenings around the nation and across the world at large. Now for the headline. Leos Auta elected SPPG National Treasurer. PWD seeks inclusion climate change conversations. Governor Sanwo-Olu announces salary increment for Lagos State workers. Group cautions sympathizers and first responders against causing major damage for accident victims. WWDF mobilizes women with disabilities for APC gubernatorial candidate. We'll be back in a jiffy to give you the major stories. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. The founder and CEO of Cedar Seed Foundation and Network of Women with Disabilities, Leos Auta, has emerged as pioneer national treasurer of the newly established School of Policies and Governance, SPPG, an online association. She got massive support from members with 129 votes out of 153 votes. Inclusive News reports that Leos Auta was among the graduates of SPPG in January this year, and she revealed that the training helped shape and redefine her political ambition. The 2023 House of Assembly aspirant was the only person with disability among the pioneer executives set to be launched next month. According to her, being a person with disabilities, PWD, I was not elected as a diversity of disability officer or treasurer. This means that I am competent. I have the capacity and the credibility to become anyone I want to become. In the pioneer class, Taiwo Osayi Oreloa and I that were the only students with disabilities. Now in the second class, I know there are more students with disabilities, of course. I want to see more persons with disabilities participating in the world class. Digital learning platform of School of Politics, Policy and Governance, she said. Persons with disabilities, PWD, have called for the inclusion of their welfare and concern in discussions and actions around the issues of environmental pollution and climate change and their impact in the society. They spoke as participants in a focus group discussion on the combinatory impact of environmental pollution on the climate and livelihood of persons with disabilities in the Niger Delta, Bayelsa State. The forum was organized by the Media Awareness and Justice Initiative in Yanagwa on Friday and was attended by PWDs made up of visually impaired, physically challenged, and the dumb, as well as civil society actors, among others. She said her group was also organizing a seminar forum in Akwa Ibom and Rivers State, highlights the predicament of PWDs in terms of livelihood and non-inclusion in discussions around climate change. Climate change impacts on PWDs in so many ways, nobody knows. Climate change impacts on PWDs in so many ways. Nobody is speaking on their behalf. If the flood occurs, how will they get access to certain things? So they are marginalized in so many ways, she said. Obike said outcomes of the forum with PWDs in the 3 states would be collated by MAGI, and the recommendation will be used for advocacy and research while creating awareness of the problem of climate change suffered by PWDs. The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has announced an increment in the salaries for 100,000 public workers in the state. Sanwo-Olu, who did not confirm the increment, promised it will be above the federal government minimum wage standard. He also promised to pay all the outstanding backlogs of pensions to workers by the end of October. He said, "We know there is inflation and high cost of living in the country, but we are determined to caution the effect on our workers and residents. We are capable of doing this. Lagos State leads, while others follow in Nigeria in salary increments. We are leading again. The Spinal Cord Injury Association of Nigeria, SIAN, Ogun State Chairman Mr. Ayodele, has called for training of the general public, sympathizers, rescue agencies, organizations, security outfits, and transportation unions on how to attend to accident victims in order to avoid more damage and permanent injuries. He made the call at an event organized to commemorate the 2022 Spinal Cord Injuries Awareness Month. This year's commemoration was termed CSI in Conflict and Disaster, Prepare and Prevent. He says most spinal cord injuries are due to mishandling of victims at the accident spot. According to him, most recruiters don't know how to apply first aid. The SIAN chairman, however, had reasons for the state government, general public, and paramilitary organizations for supporting victims of spinal cord injuries in the society. While speaking on the training aspect for aspirants, State Secretary of the Nigerian Recruits Ogun State, Mr. Bayo Fasoranti, pleased SIAN State Chapter on activities of the training more people on how to manage accident-injured persons. In a separate goodwill message, other disabilities cluster chairman celebrated in Ogun State, SIAN, during this year's International Awareness Day. They wish them success in their various campaigns over the plight of PWDs in Ogun State. The Women with Disabilities Forum has mobilized support of women with disabilities for APC governorship candidates. Senator Uba Sani and Dr. Hadiza, the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, and for all candidates of the party ahead the 2023 general election. Speaking at the event, the Kaduna State Deputy Governor, Dr. Hadiza, urged women with disabilities to elect credible leaders in the forthcoming 2023 general elections. The Kwara Chapter Chairman of the Joint Association of Persons with Disabilities, JONAPID, Mr. Yaya, thanked Leos Auta for remembering them and for speaking on their behalf. He noted that the initiative is a first of its kind in the history of persons with disabilities in the state. He appreciated Auta for all she does for PWDs and pledged their support for Uba, Sani, or Hadiza, and every other candidate of the party. Honorable Hosea Musa, Councillor Ward, while inaugurating the local government coordinator of APC Women with Disabilities Forum, charged them to work hard to achieve the mandate given today, wishing them wisdom and strength to carry out the tasks ahead of them. Thank you for staying with us. Please kindly like, share, comment on our social media handles on your screen. Until next week.